Alrighty, my friends, let's see what we got. We're going to integrate different function families by using integration by parts. So let's see what integration by parts is. We're using U's and V's here because that is a traditional way of doing it in some of our books. If I had my druthers, I would not do things in terms of U's and V's because U's and V's look very similar. But we're going to roll with it. Find the derivative of U of x, V of x. Okay, so I take the derivative of the first thing, du dx times v of x plus u and then dv dx. Write an equation relating the information from above using an integral somewhere. Okay, so if I have u of x times v of x, I see that I have a u prime there. So I'm going to bring that in at some point. So I'm going to have an integral, because if I integrate what I just did, du dx v, I'm not going to write v of x, I'm just going to write v, and then u dv dx. If I integrate that, then I get where I started from. And then use the substitution below to solve for the requested piece. du is u prime x dx. So if I think of this as not du dx, but just du, so that's just du and just dv. I'm going to write it in a weird order there, and I'm just going to roll with it. So what I have oh, maybe I didn't want to do that. Well, I have a better idea. Let me go back and undo that. Leave that how it was. And think of things this way. So let's go ahead and make you dizzy by moving things. But let's go ahead and write this integral. So we've got the integral of v du plus the integral of u dv. So what I'm thinking of, this is not actually exactly mathematically what's going on, but you can think of it kind of this way. You can split this integral here into two pieces, because that's that if I integrate f plus g, that's the same thing as the integral of f plus the integral of g. And then I can kind of think of distributing this dx in, and du dx times dx is du, so I'm actually ignoring this piece. And then dv dx times dx is dv. And I'm going to write that as u times v. And I'm going to solve for my u dv. So I'm going to get u dv by itself. So u dv, integral of u dv, equals uv minus the integral of v du. So let's look at what we just did, because that's a little crazy what we just did. We took two different functions, u and v. We took their derivatives. We then said, wait, the original thing I have, if I integrate what I got in this step, I should get back to the original thing I had. And then I rewrote it a little bit, just changed the notation a little bit. It's basically from the pink to the blue there. And then I solved for this integral. Now, an important part about this integral, this is some function u. This is some function v. Well, the derivative of some function v. We don't have to have those as being the same function. With chain rule, we needed to have one be the derivative of the other, that sort of thing. But with parts here, they don't have to be related. They can be two totally different functions. So what we're going to do is we're going to have two different functions. Well, we're going to have a function and then the derivative of some other function. And we're going to be able to integrate that by integrating both pieces, and well, leaving one and integrating the other and slamming them together by multiplication. And then writing the antiderivative of dv here and leaving the derivative of u there. Seems a little crazy, but if you look at where it comes from with product rule, might make a little... Let's see an example. So, I need to think of this as u dv. Well, let's be lazy. Let's call that u and that dv. So u equals x and dv equals e to the x dx. Now, if you're like, whoa, why did you write it like that? I'm going to then find du, which if you want to think of it as du dx is 1, you can, or you can just jump right to du is 1 dx. And then I'm going to figure out, okay, whose derivative is e to the x dx? Well, isn't that just e to the x? And that's v. If that's confusing to you, think of this. dv dx, how I've currently written it, is just e to the x, right? So that means dv is e to the x dx. So we're treating these dx's, they're called differentials, we're treating them as kind of pieces we can move around. So our pattern from the previous page. Our pattern said the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. So that means x e to the x dx, u dv, is equal to uv, so x e to the x, minus the integral of v, which is e to the x, du, which is dx. Okay, so now let's go ahead and finish the problem. So we have x e to the x, and then we have minus the integral of e to the x. Well, isn't e to the x just e to the x? The derivative of e to the x is e to the x, so going backwards is just e to the x. So x e to the x dx is equal to that. If we're not sure that we did it correctly, let's take a derivative and double check. So this is product rule. Derivative of the first is 1 times the second, plus the first times the derivative of the second. Derivative of e to the x is just e to the x, and then minus e to the x, because the derivative of e to the x is still e to the x. Oh, so those cancel, and I get to x e to the x, which is what I started with. Got it. Now you may be asking, could I have chosen differently? We'll try it. Maybe make x dx your dv and e to the x your u, and see if it works. Ooh, another one, okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. I need to identify a u, and I need to identify a dv. So my thinking is, I don't know whose derivative is the natural log, so I don't know how to underderivative the natural log. So I'm going to make that my u, because I'm not sure how I go backwards from there. And then, instead of 1 over x squared, I'm going to think of that as x to the negative 2 dx, because I can figure out whose derivative that is. So let's do that. So that's x to the negative 1 with a negative. So that's like reverse power rule or anti-power rule. And then du is 1 over x dx. You can think of that as du dx and then multiply by the dx, kind of like we did with substitution, if that makes you more comfortable. On the previous page, we had u dv. If we integrate that, that's uv minus the integral of v du. So in this case, we have u and then dv. I'm trying to make it explicit what's going on. And then uv, so negative natural log of x times x to the negative 1, minus the integral of v, so I'm going to say plus x to the negative 1, du, so times 1 over x dx. Alrighty, so that's going to be the integral of natural log of x, x to the negative 2 dx, is going to be, this stays. This is really 1 over x times 1 over x, which is x to the negative 2. We already established that negative x to the negative 1 is the underderivative of that. I just realized on the previous page I forgot plus c, so don't forget that. And let's go ahead and check that we're doing things correctly by taking the derivative. So this is product rule. Derivative of the first is 1 over x times 1 over x plus, but since there's a negative there, I'm going to write minus the natural log of x times the derivative of x to the negative 1, which is negative x to the negative 2, 1 over x squared. And then that one is plus x to the negative 2 well, that's a plus x to the negative 2. That's a minus x to the negative 2, so those cancel. And I got a negative and a negative that cancel. So I have the natural log of x over, oh, it worked. Natural log of x over x squared. So we did that one correctly. So I alluded to this a little bit. But basically, for your u, you're taking the derivative of the u. So to pick that u, you want to pick kind of the more complex one, the one that's more obnoxious to find the underderivative of. Because dv, you want to be able to find the underderivative of that. So in the last one, I didn't want to pick natural log of x as my dv because I would have had to find the underderivative of natural log of x, which later I can do, but we'll have to talk about how to do that. So this is an idea of how to do it. Now I always say lip it because that's kind of fun to say, and it reminds me of the song Whip It. If you don't know the song Whip It, feel free to pause this video and check that out. Could be a good brain break. It's a very weird song. But anyway, so you've got natural log, and it says natural log, but really it's just like log stuff. And then inverse trig functions, and then polynomial exponentials, and then trig. And there's some wiggle room with these exponentials and trig, which one you pick, which one you, it's not as big a deal. You can have some fun stuff going on with those. All right, so this one says repetition. I see this. I'm going to go ahead and ignore that. So I'm just going to think of this problem, x cubed cosine x dx. I'm going to do this problem in two different ways. So my first way is to say, okay, u is x cubed, du is 3x squared. And then dv is cosine x dx, and v is sine x. If you're confused why I picked x cubed, well, make x cubed your dv. The underroot of that would be 1/4 x to the 4th, and if you go from there with your integration by parts, you'll find you didn't actually make anything easier. You made things more difficult. So then this is going to be equal to, so that's u dv, dv uv minus the integral of v, which is sine x, du. So I'm going to write the 3x squared here, dx. Because now I'm saying, oh geez, now I got to do this again. So you should pause the video and you should try to finish, but I'm going to keep rolling. So maybe I'll call that u1, u1, v1, v1. u2, good name for a band, would be 3x squared, and then du2 is 6x dx. I didn't put a dx there, I'm sorry. And then your dv is sine x dx, and your v is cosine x, but wait, it's got to be negative. So then I'm going to have, I still have my x cubed sine x minus u 3x squared v cosine x minus v, so plus the integral of v du. Oh, so 6x dx. Don't worry, we're getting there. So now I still have another problem I have to do right here. So my u3 is going to be 6x. My du3 is 6dx. My dv is cosine x dx. And my v is sine x. So now I'm going to have x cubed sine x plus 3x squared cosine x minus u, I got a minus because of distributing, u v minus the integral of v du. All right, so I'm almost done. So I'm going to have x cubed sine x plus 3x squared cosine x minus 6x sine x minus minus is a plus. whose derivative is sine x. Oh, that's negative cosine x, so it's not actually a plus, it's a minus. Minus 6 cosine x plus c, but I forgot this is a definite integral. So I can go ahead and put on the 0 and pi now. And I can plug numbers in to figure out what this is. Now I just need to plug in. So I plug in pi. I shouldn't have to do this for you, you should be able to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, the sine of pi is 0, so that goes away. Cosine of pi is negative 1, so that's negative 3 pi squared. Sine of pi is 0, so that goes away. Cosine of pi is negative 1, so plus 6 minus, plug in 0. Sine of 0 is 0, cosine of 0 is, well, I'm plugging in 0 for x, so those go away. That goes away, and then cosine of 0 is 1, so minus 6. So I got negative 3 pi squared plus 12. Hopefully that's right. Hopefully I didn't make a silly mistake somewhere. That was a lot. If only there was another technique. Oh, I made it all go away. There is another technique. Let's do it quickly. My u that we picked, we started with x cubed, right? And then we took the derivative of that to get 3x squared, and then we took the derivative of that to get 6x, and then we took the derivative of that to get 6, and the derivative of that is 0. My v column, we started with the cosine. We then took the underderivative, so we got negative sine. And then we took the underderivative, which was cosine, and then we took the underderivative, which was sine. Now, don't forget, your v is right there. So then we said uv, which I feel like I messed up a sign somewhere, an sign somewhere, which if I did, I'm sorry. Wait, no, underderivative. Oh, see, I did mess that up. That's supposed to be a positive sign. And then that's supposed to be negative. Whose derivative is the positive sign? Yes. And then a negative. I think I fixed it. I might have messed that up in the other one. It's not the important part of the question, but if I did mess that up, I apologize. So I did uv. And then I connected these ones. But you notice I did a distribution of the negative, so those changed to that. And then I distributed that negative again. So minus, so that's plus 6x. Well, it's a minus, 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 so it winds up as minus. Oh, and I forgot. So then it's a cosine here. And because I need to connect that. So plus 6 cosine x. So I can't, oh, and that one's got to be minus. Sorry, not a plus. Because it was uv minus the integral minus the integral minus the integral. Now there was an extra negative hanging out there, so we had to be careful there. But that should be, if I forget that's the exact answer, but that should be the same answer as before, and we can plug the numbers in to verify.